This is the deboxing of the DeWalt 20 volt max lithium ion 5 amp hour hedge trimmer. I don't know, let me see if I can find the model number here. DCHT820P1. And the box doesn't look in the best of shape. It looks like it might have been retaped. So hopefully everything is okay inside. Other than that, oh, it has a little bash down here. Let's open her up and see what it looks like inside. There she is. Everything appears to be in order. I haven't been through the packing list yet, but there can't be much to it more than what I'm seeing right here. We got the charger, the battery, expensive battery, and the saw, or the hedge trimmer with a guard on it. Not a lot to it, but I'm sure it's going to do the job. I mean, this thing got rave reviews on Amazon from a lot of people. I kind of like that there's no, there's no stuff to put together. Just charge that battery up, pop it on here, take this off, and start whacking away. Okay, let's get the battery on the charger. I have lots and lots of these, but I do plan on putting them all around the shop. But I believe I'll just throw it on this one here. Unless the battery is defective. Oh, this is probably not plugged in. Okay, well, let's check out the new one. I don't have the electrical complete on the south side of the building, so that's one of my tasks for the coming winter. These are pretty cool. I've done this before, where I mount electrical outlets on the face of shelving like this, because otherwise you got a dead zone, and in this case it's 8 feet. This is 2 separate circuits, so I can put something, fairly heavy on either one, or on both of them, I should say. Okay, battery is charging. This place is a mess from all of my garden stuff. I've been going at the gardening and the vineyard stuff like crazy, but that's pretty much done. Okay, now all that's left is to cut this little zip tie but I'll do that in the morning. The packaging was pretty damn good. It had a little damage, and there's pretty much no way the trimmer was going to get damaged the way it was packaged. It would have took a good bash. So far so good. Okay, the battery is all charged up. It's the next day, and the battery's in place. I read the instruction manual, the English part of it, and there is almost nothing there. It shows you how to put the battery on, how to pull the trigger. You know, it's got a safety lockout thing right here. How to pull the trigger, and then how to clean and lubricate the blades when you're done. And the one thing in there that I did not know was to, when you're hedging sideways, to go upwards with your stroke. Okay, let's get hedging. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is a sort of a walkthrough and let you see what the vineyard looks like before I go in and hedge it. The rows, in some places the vines are holding hands across the row. They attach to each other and then grip onto each other. And pretty soon this would be, you know, relatively impassable. They're all roughly the same. I need them hedged at about 18 inches, which is about right here. So that's a lot that has to come off. Yeah, and then there's vines on the ground. Those are from these bottom ones. Hopefully it won't be too hard to get in there. I absolutely do not want to hit that wire. And it looks like I might have to come in and get some of the stuff that curls up. Or maybe I'll just leave it. I don't know. I'm kind of new to all this hedging, so at this point of the year, the vines don't require all that much. You know, you get in and hedge them and you're done, and spray them if it needs it. And it doesn't look like it needs spraying, except for possibly for Japanese beetle, but I'm not seeing a super amount of damage. There's a beetle right there. But I do want to knock down the beetle population, so once I'm done hedging, the vines will be much tighter and easier to spray, and I'll probably get in here and spray. Okay, so here we go. Oh, we got one more row to show, and that's actually what happens when they get too tall. They bust in the wind, so really need to take that down. But there's a lot of obstacles in here. We have the pins. I don't want to hit those. These pins actually can be taken out, and I'll probably take them out this fall on the vines that have enough of a trunk. And we'll check row F, the new row. Got a post sitting here waiting to go in right where that cap is. Yeah, these are getting way overgrown too, but I'm not going to hedge these. I'll come in with just a pruning shears. This is what I've had to do in previous years, so this is what I've had to deal with. Nowhere near like this. So there's the hedger. Let's get to it. Well, after one row, I can tell you that the trigger is pretty hard to keep pulled. It has no locking mechanism. I guess it's a safety measure, but without that, it's pretty hard to keep the trigger pulled when you're doing something as large as this. Also, and this is no fault of the tools, there's just so much metal in these trellises that I really wouldn't feel comfortable doing the top and the bottom with the hedger. They have hedgers that do that are tractor mounted, but they're incredibly expensive. They're for, you know, full-size vineyards, which is out of the question. So the only alternative is to either try to get in there and be really, really careful, but I do not know. I think I might give it a try, but see, the problem is at each vine there's a metal post, and then you have 6 feet, and then there's another metal post, and where there are line posts, which is every 4 vines, you obviously have that T-post there. So, you know, they're fairly hidden. There's one right there. I can see getting into like a rhythm and just bang, run into that, and you know, at that size it might destroy the machine. So I don't know if I should do this or not, but you know, it's not really a test of the trimmer to do that. It's just a test of whether or not I can concentrate enough to avoid all the stuff in the way. And I can also hit a vine. And it says it'll do up to 3/4 stuff. I don't believe that. This 1/4 inch stuff, it does pretty good. But I think if it gets much bigger than a 1/4 inch, it's going to kind of bog on it. So, you know, and I really don't have to cut this top stuff, but the wind damage can damage other parts of the vine, you know, beyond just the branch that it damages. It can damage the arm here, the cordon, and I definitely don't want that. So it looks like right now I'm going to try to trim some of the bottom stuff, but I might have to come in and hand prune that. And I'll definitely walk through and just hand prune some of this extra tall stuff. And that should do it. I don't have to get crazy on this. There's no fruit this year, so, well, there is fruit, but I'm not selling a crop this year, so basically I just want the vines growing good, and I need to get at the ground below them to weed and especially get rid of the noxious weeds like the pigweed and other ones like that, so they don't reseed. Well, that'll wrap up this review of the DeWalt Hedge trimmer. I'll get the model number as I go past it. It did a real good job on the side hedging, but like I said earlier, I wouldn't really want to do it on the bottoms or the tops too much, but that's no fault of the trimmers. It's just that I have too much stuff in the way, metal stuff. The trigger is a bit hard to pull and keep pulled. It has no locking mechanism, and about halfway through, my thumb started going numb. It's still a bit numb, but this is quite a big job. I'm not sure how it would be if I would have had it earlier and went through here once in a while and was just doing touch-up every time. It's probably a whole lot easier. Some of the rolls I just went down them really fast. It's a pretty damn good trimmer. The battery started, it felt like it was slowing down a bit towards the end, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. You really can't tell if the battery's on almost dead or not on these that don't have the indicator. They have some battery. Oh, it does have one. There it is. All right. Well, I'll turn that indicator on. Yeah, see, it's down to 1. I don't think I've ever had one with the indicator, so I think that's how you use it. So it's down to 1 bar out of 3, but it definitely felt like it was slowing down a little bit towards the end. But again, I don't see many people with this much to hedge. And these vines are pretty damn tough. Some of them are really, really tough. And I went through areas where, you know, there's a bundle of vines, a big fat bundle of vines that are all twisted around each other, and it just went right through them. So overall, I would have to say it's a really good trimmer, but it wouldn't be the best solution for something like this. A sickle bar trimmer that's mounted on a garden tractor would be the best solution for this, but then again, that's very, very expensive. There'll be some updates on this when I lubricate it and stuff like that, but so far it's a real good trimmer, and it went through hell today. Let's see what the number is. DCHT820. And it comes with or without the battery. These batteries are really expensive, the 5 amp hour ones. So if you already have 5 amp hour battery packs, you can get it without the battery. So that'll wrap up this review. Please hit the like button if you like the video, and subscribe and click on the notification bell if you want to receive updates when we do new videos. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.